A very, very good evening, everybody. Welcome, and hope you all doing well tonight. Yeah, and welcome to our fun event. We're going to look at some open wheel history racing cars, and the guys taking them onto the Goodwood Hillclimb. Yeah, if only a few guys pitched up tonight. Sorry about that, but we will see if we can give you some nice action on track. We'll also have a little shootout after a few practice rounds, and yeah, let's see what the guys can show us and show off their skills on this Goodwood Hillclimb track. Yeah, we will be starting as soon as the guys are ready. The guys are actually busy with their practice runs, so we'll pick up some live action just now. As we can see, the layout of the hillclimb track, quite tricky little track. All these hay bales on the sides, and yeah, let's see if the guys can negotiate not crashing or and have some safe runs. See, let's go into where the guys are busy practicing, and we see if we can pick up some action while the guys are practicing. On track we can see Blake Hurley, and he is in the Caterham, I think the 420R. Let me just make sure about that detail. Yeah, it's the Caterham 420R. Yeah, and with Blake also mentioned that he has a personal it's his own personal car as well. Raced on a lot of South African tracks. You can see Blake just losing it coming through that corner. Also a very hasty Formula 1 car just behind him. You see Jonathan Gelden is now at the starting line, and he's got this Alonso winning Formula 1 car. That was the 2004 F1 championship winning car. Alonso placed 4th in that year with this car. That was the Renault R24. See, I've got a little bit of a sound problem. I'm just gonna try and fix that for you. Seems like we've got our sound back. See where we've got Ernest Heather and that very iconic car of Ayrton Senna, the McLaren. I think it was it the P4? They go for the berg there on the start line now. They goes driving the RSS 1986 F1 car. I think that's probably the colors of also the Renault. I'll just check everyone is the sound on now of the cars. Now the guys are just busy loading in again. Seems like we've got a little bit of a technical problem. Now the Real Reckless, yeah, yes, you can join our community. We've I think in the YouTube video there is a link to our Discord and also our YouTube channels. Everything is there. See who's online now. Let's see Ernest Heather in a older GP Legends. I think that's the Ferrari. Johnny Feldman is still in that Alonso car, but it seems like that's the Yano Trulli color that he's got on there. Johnny's time so far 33.786. Just going up a little bit wide there. Going uphill through that little tunnel, that wall, very tight through there. Hitting some of the hay bales there on the left hand side, towering it over the start finish line. No, the finish line, sorry, not start finish line. see what Ernest Heather, yeah, he's still in the little Ferrari Grand Prix Legends car. Diego van den Berg now is in the IndyCar. So very much showing that it might be a handful. Cars are quite quick on this tight track. See if we can go on board with Ingo. Somehow sounded much different than a screaming engine of Formula 1. Rico was just waiting for Ernest to finish the lap, because otherwise he might have caught him halfway up the hill. Aborting that lap. See Blake early, he's got I think he's got the march. Blake is running with a March CG891, and that was introduced in the Monaco Grand Prix, having served the duty for the March racing team in the first two races of that year. It's driven by Capelli and Googleman. Ernest changing cars. Ernest is still driving the Ferrari GP Legends car. And I think Gerard Lambert is driving the, I think that is the Ford, I don't know if it's a Matra. Gerard Lambert. 6-wheel Tyrrell car. Now that was the Tyrrell P34, commonly known as a 6-wheeler. So that was designed by Derek Gardner of the Tyrrell, chief designer those years. And as we can see, front wheel drive, front wheels, small little front wheel drive, no, not front wheel drive, steering wheel, only 10-inch diameters. Yeah, so P34 was introduced in September 1975 and it raced in the 1976 season. The guys who raced that was the South African Jody Scheckter and Patrick de Pallier. Now they say the P34's golden moment were the Swedish Grand Prix, with Scheckter and de Pallier finished first and second. So to date, Scheckter is the only driver to win a race in a 6-wheeled car. So that was quite interesting in those years. That was in 1976. Let's see who's on track as well. Now this is a different monster of a different kind. I think this is the Dalenbach. It's the Dalenbach Pikes Peak car. We will get some more action of that one just now. Blake again bringing out the 6-wheel P34 Tyrrell. Lambert again taking the Dalenbach. So the Dalenbach was used to race in a Pikes Peak race. It seems like it's a very handful. Ernest Heather also has got one. Let me see if I can track Ernest. Also in one of the Dalenbachs. Also having some struggles to keep that car on track. Very powerful. I think early versions of it had a 750 750 horsepower. I think later they put on two twin turbos and it produced 1300 horsepower or something. We go from the berg now in an old Ferrari. You go controlling that Ferrari nicely through the and over the finish line. Jonathan Velma still battling with Alonso Renault. I think we will be right back with some more action. See if we can get the guys together and start doing some practice runs yeah, towards the shootout, and then we'll have a little shootout. Oh, here we can see some action of the two older Grand Prix cars. Yeah, the blue one is the Matra Ford, and the red one is the Ferrari 312 of yesteryear. So that is the RSS Ferrari. Only about another 3 minutes and we will start a qualifying session. Now the IndyCar. Ferrari, actually two racing cars, Ferrari and the Ford Matra added there. Trying to do some drifting there in the old car, it did not work. Jonathan is still leading with a 33.7 in the Alonso Renault. I think we will be right back. Great, we are back and we're going to go for a little shootout. So the guys are ready, waiting in the pits, and we're going to do some uphill runs one by one. So yeah, let's see what the guys can get us some action. So we will be right back with the first guy. Now we can see Jonathan Gelden is there on the starting line on his first run. So that is it was the R24 Alonso car, which Alonso placed 4th in that championship. Oh, Johnny had a crash there, but we will go back to pits and yeah, he will get it at another shot. Okay, next up we will have Henko van den Berg. Henko driving the RSS 41 car. It's a 1986 car as well. Unfortunately for Johnny, they having a little bit of an off. Henko van den Berg now. See if Henko can keep it on track. Car sounding very nice. Going under the bridge. Up to the little section, then past the wall, between the trees, in the last corner, and powering over the finish line. Again, good at a 36.8 there. Next up we will have Ernest Heather coming to the start line. The iconic car of Ayrton Senna. Now the MP4-4. And it's taking it nice and easy. And over the finish. Next up is Gerard Lambert. Gerard de Marsh. With 1989 construction championship this car races. They're not also just taking it slowly, keeping the car between the bales. Seems quite a handful there for Devold, but yeah, it's up a time of 48.9. We've got Blake Hurley there in the Caterham 420. As I said, Blake personally drove one of these, a 2-liter Duratec Ford, and yeah, it was completed some races at East London Grand Prix, Kailami, Aldous Grabande, Swartkops, Red Star, Pakisa, and also won 2 class events at Aldous Grabande. So it's a very personalized outing for Blake Hurley. Not as fast as the other cars, but yeah, I think it's just nice to drive it here. So we're back with the second round of the shootout. For the first round, Jonathan Geldenhuys. See if he can keep that beast of a car on track. Off he goes. Cutting the track there a little bit to get some more corner speed. Brakes are glowing red. Much better run this time around through the last corner. Yeah, Johnny with a 34.3 leading the pack so far. See who will be next. Ingo van den Berg again with a Ingo lining up the RSS Formula 1 car, also 1986. Almost losing it there. Car looking for grip. Go with a 36.2 this time around, improving on his previous lap time. Ernest lining up the Ayrton Senna car, iconic number 12. interesting fact of this car: 1.5 liter V6 turbocharged engine supplied by Honda. Yeah, this Marlboro McLaren livery, very iconic. I'm just having some fun with that car. And there's also a great anti-Sega fan. And it's also improved by almost 2.5 seconds on that lap. Next up we will have Gerald Lambert in the March again. Also a tricky car. In those days probably no traction control, no ABS and things like that. Also seems like this car probably had a lot of reliability problems in the time they were racing. Okay, I think Blake coming forward for his second lap with the Caterham 420. Also, as we know, the Lotus 7 similar cars like this, but as we saw, this one is actually a genuine Caterham. Enjoying the ride up the hill there. And over the finish line. Like also improved with half a second on that lap. So yeah, that was the first round with those cars done and dusted. The guys will just get some other cars. So that round was quickest with Johnny, then Engo, Ernest, Devalt and Blake. So the guys are going to bring us some other cars around, and let's see what that will look like. information about our leagues that we're going to run starting next Wednesday night. So we're actually running 4 new leagues, 2 Wednesday leagues and 2 Sunday leagues alternatively. So you can join us if you want to race with us. Everyone's welcome. Any driver skill, new guys, seasoned guys, professionals. There's a place for you here at Simspeed. The guys are back on track, just putting a practice run or 2, and we're going to go over to another shootout. Blake in the Ford Matra. Seems he's enjoying that car. So they're all there in the Indy car. Getting the feel of the car before we do the shootout. A little bit wide. No damage. And this one the Ferrari 312. Oh, just hitting the wall there. Luckily Jonathan and now in the McLaren MP4 saw that, got back out. There you go from the Berg. Going to take the Alonso R24 up the hill. This car ran in the 2004 F1 Championship, where Fernando Alonso placed 4th in the Drivers' Championship. guys are just doing a few practice laps. We'll just get it back right now again. Great, and we're back. First up, second round shootout, Devot Lambert. Devot in the IndyCar, I think it's a 2017 model that they've raced around the oval tracks. Sounding much different than the F1 cars. So you can see also the difference between the halo and the body. There's a protective shield there as well. Over the line. Got Blake in the little Grand Prix Ford Matra. I think if we mention the Grand Prix Legends simulator game from Olds, that's where you know these cars, but they are in real life. In the 1950s, these were racing the tracks. Oh, 230 horsepower for that Ford Matra. Over the line goes Blake with it. Now we've got Ernest Heather. I think Ernest is going to drive the Ferrari 312. This Ferrari has got 410 horsepower. And This car raced between 1966 and 1969. 3-liter V12. Normal aspirated 410 horsepower. Oh, and I was losing it quite sideways there. Managed to save it. Not too much damage. I think next is Henko van den Berg. Henko is also taking out the Renault R24. The Velvet is already lining up there, but Henko van den Berg wheel spinning off the line, keeping it nice and tight through the first corner, hooking that line through that right-hander. Now all speed and hard on the brakes. Yeah, you go from the back to that is 34.241 there. So we are now in the McLaren MP4/4. There is a bridge there. Now hard on the brakes for the left-hander, tricky corner, and then you need to get your line right through this challenging section. Not to brush the wall, not to brush too much of the elbows. Oh, Johnny, I think Johnny's time there was at 38.3. Second round of the run for Devot Lambert in the IndyCar. This car sounds so nice. 250 kilometers, hard on the brakes, going up in the hill. 210 kilometers, hitting the brakes there, just brushing the Hellbay. Now accelerating through the last corner. 260 kilometers over the line. Now we've got Blake coming up with the little Ford Matra. As we mentioned, these cars 230 horsepower, powered by Cosworth, based on Ford blocks. Seems like Blake is enjoying that little car sideways through that first portion of the section. Nicely controlled. Now powering it up through the last corner, the long left-hander, 205 kilometers an hour over the finish line. I think that is quite quick for a car like that. We've got Ernest in the Ferrari 312. She measured the V12 normal aspirated. "210 kilometers, and has managed to get through before he hit the brakes there. Like this car's a little bit quicker than the Ford Matra, and just again just having it sideways there. Again, no, not too much damage, managed to keep it on the track. Again, just the car's just stepping out the back wheels. Quite a handful. Van den Berg. I think Diego leading the shootout so far with a 34.2. See, Johnny previously did 34.3. A little bit wider line to get the direction and the line right for the next corner. 269 kilometers an hour before hitting the brakes there. Very quick car. Almost losing it there. Powering it through the last corner. Almost 270 kilometers an hour. Jonathan Velden is coming now up to the line. Johnny putting the McLaren Marlboro coloured Ayrton Senna iconic car in spaces. Oh, Johnny also finishing that run. Yeah, I think that is that, ladies and gentlemen. I see Henko van den Berg and yeah, winning the shootout with a 34.2, and then 34.3 for Johnny in the Renault R24 cars. And yeah, I think that concludes our shootout for tonight. I think the guys are still going to do some practice runs. But what we will do tomorrow is having another session tomorrow evening at 8. We will do some race cars as well, some iconic racing cars. Guys are going to take up and challenge this quite little view. Yeah, I will catch you then tomorrow evening again at 8 p.m. and then we can have some fun again doing shootouts with racing cars and some of the open wheelers if the guys wants to do that as well. But yeah, thank you for joining, thank you for watching. Sorry for the shaky start. Sometimes these things are just not going well as you want to, but yeah, unfortunately we could get everything up and rolling, and yeah, we just have some fun tonight with this, and I'll catch you again tomorrow evening. Have a good evening so far, and keep warm if you are in South Africa. The cold is with us, and happy Simspeed.